It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching more of The Expanse. We are watching Season 5, Episode 7, called Oyedeng.
Oyedeng.
That is a belter word.
Yes.
Long belta. I recognize it by now.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I don't speak it, but I can tell when I'm hearing it at this point. But the belters, Marco is uniting the Free Navy, whether they like it or not. Mm-hmm. And Drummer and all her people were sort of just forcefully conscripted.
That's right, yep.
So we have that going on.
They did a person trade.
Mm-hmm. To ensure camaraderie, you know? Camaraderie under threat of death.
Yeah, seems like a bad plan, but okay.
And Naomi is still a prisoner, but Philip seems like he's maybe more loyal to her than to his father. Or not,
He's
maybe
shifting.
not totally that, but he's moving that way.
Yep.
So yeah.
Thinking like, maybe my dad's bad. Maybe this is all bad.
Are we terrorists?
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. And Alex and Bobby are also trying to track down this whole Martian ships in the hands of the Free Navy stuff, so maybe they'll be tied to that. And
Amos and Clarissa
are in their cabin in the woods.
Yep. They should just stay there,
Yes.
but they're not going to.
Keep Clarissa far away from other people.
Yep.
I guess Amos wants to be friends with her. That's fine. You do you.
We'll see how that works out. And but Amos is like, no, I have to get back. I have to get back to the ship somehow. So.
And Holden is chasing the stolen proto-molecule sample.
Oh, that's right.
With Monica and Bull, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll see what they do, I guess. But that's our concise summary, and should we dive into The Expanse?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, we got a Patreon. Check that out if you want to. There's a link down there. We're ahead. Full-length reactions. The Expanse.
Aww. It used to be a happy family.
Yeah, that's actually a really big bummer.
My son. So young and yet so accomplished.
I want you to be proud of me.
I know.
But I'm...
exactly.
Can I ask you a favor?
Anything.
That ship Naomi gave you is a junker. It does nothing to help the fleet. There may be a way to make better use of it.
Of course. And whatever is best for the cause.
What are they going to use it to do?
Yeah.
I know
Scary.
that you've been spending time with her lately, so I wasn't sure if that ship held some sentimental value to you.
It means nothing to me.
Good.
Thank you.
He's a bad man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Was he just testing to see if Philip cared about the ship, or is he actually gonna use it to hurt Naomi in some way?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The chick could get close to the Rossi. You know, close enough.
I wanted to know why you finally made your way back to Philip after all these years.
I needed him to know that I love him.
Hmm.
And that I would do anything for him.
Anything but be in his life.
It's a huge risk.
Yeah.
I took Philip from you only because I thought it would make you stay. You had a hold on me like nothing I've ever felt before. I thought we saw the world through the same eyes and had the same burning in our hearts to change it. I was there when he learned to walk. I was there when he first went out into vacuum. I was there for all the moments his mother should have been there for.
And I felt guilty every day since.
It's just...
Do you know what else I felt every day?
Shame. I would hope.
Relief. Because the pain of losing Philip was not as horrible as having to stay with you.
Ooh.
The only reason you haven't killed me yet is because you're feeling threatened. And if you kill me, Philip will know I got to you. And that I was right all along.
I haven't killed you because I didn't want Philip to have his mother abandon him again.
You told him to space her.
Yeah, right? You told him to do it.
Yeah.
But maybe that would have been the difference. If he's willing to do it, then he could get over it, you know?
I guess. I think Marco's just a snake.
Yeah.
If they rendezvous with anyone before we do and hand off the sample, we'll never get it back.
If we find the ship,
When will we find it?
what are we gonna do with the protomolecule?
Destroy it.
Destroy it.
Good.
Monica's like, that's
Yeah.
good? Yes?
Yeah, right?
Connections to the Inaros faction. If there's any chatter about a handoff, I'll hear about it. So, if we can't find the ship, maybe we can find out where it's going.
Are we preparing for failure?
Failure is why we're out here.
She doesn't want to destroy it. She's going to try to
Yeah,
like,
I can tell, yeah.
head them off.
She wanted to know what their plan was for it.
Fred once told me that when he died, he wanted his body put in a recycler like any belter would.
Fuck that. That ain't happening.
You're gonna deny him his final wishes? Well, bet your ass I am. He deserved better than being fed to mushrooms.
I'm sort of in the camp that a dead person's wishes don't matter as much as the survivor's wishes.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Would be
I know.
a bad look
Yeah.
for him to end up in the
I always thought
recycler.
he was
I understand some people say that's like disrespectful to them, but it's like, yeah, but you're dead. You don't get to vote
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
Hey, Hoss. So, Bobby and me are burning the Tycho right now. Yeah, it's a long story. We got a lot to talk about and sort out. I hope you and the Rossi are still in one piece when we get there.
Not much of a transmission delay. Yeah, he's close. He's supposed to be on Mars. What the hell's he doing out here?
So, is the rendezvous that they were watching the protomolecule pick up or something like that? Or?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
And that's why that Martian general's trying to get it?
Got a bunch of Martian ships, but, you know, protomolecule could have been on them. That could have been the real payload.
Yeah.
How'd you get out of the brig?
Your father let me out.
He did. Are you planning to use my razor to try and kill him now?
Yeah. Why are you holding my razor? It's an old school safety razor.
Yeah, well, the technology doesn't need improving.
Nope.
I don't know exactly what you're going through, but I know the power your father has.
He's a great leader.
That's not what I mean. Your father and me met when we were very young. Not much older than you. Never met.
Exactly what he said.
I wrote the code for the Augustine Camara.
I know. It was a great victory.
Not for me.
It was a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah.
When I found out I was pregnant, I used to dream of all the things you would do and become, the endless possibilities. Now, the only dream I have for you is that someday you will regret all the things you've already done.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Strength makes us who we are.
Killing people doesn't mean you're strong.
Right.
I was nobody to your father. I was just a piece of him. My life was his. My dreams were his. Everything I thought and did was to please him. I see the way you look at him, and I know
Poor
the hold
Philip,
he has
man.
over people.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. He's caught in the middle.
I'm not you.
She's kind of speaking too much truth to him at once,
Yep.
too. He's overloading him with how right she is.
I'm my own man. He doesn't control me. I don't need him or you.
You're not a boy anymore.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
I believe you. I do.
He hoped his dad was proud of him, and he said, I know. And then his mom was like, the only hope I have for you is that you regret. Like, you're it's like, he's a terrorist, but this poor kid, man.
Yeah, he never had any other options.
Nope.
I searched everywhere on Palace, hoping to find you and take you away. But So months went by. Finally, I had to.
This is heartbreaking. This
Yeah.
poor boy.
I walked down to the docks by myself and went into an airlock. I remember feeling at peace for the first time since your father took you from me. Either way, alive or dead, you were going to grow up without a mother. I never wanted to leave you. Walking away was the only choice I had left.
Man.
Yeah, I understand the dilemma that she was put in.
Yeah.
Like needing to not be part of what Marco was doing anymore.
For sure.
He has your kid.
You search and search and search and can't find,
Yeah.
These, not to break the fourth wall here, but these actors are doing some acting.
Yeah,
in
this episode is incredible.
The hell's that?
A bullet.
Shit, you were shot?
Yeah, a lot.
All right, hold on. I'll get the auto doc.
Nah, it just itches a little bit.
Have us rally.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
I just got a reply from Holden.
That was fast.
Alex, good to hear from you.
They're like right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Marco-Inaros stole Fred's protomolecule sample, and we're trying to find the ship it's on and destroy it. There's more bad news, but we'll talk about that later. Get back to Tycho and stay safe.
I'll send him the ship profiles we collected. Marco's fleet might be trying to rendezvous with the ship they're hunting.
That's a good idea. I'll let him know.
Here you go.
Look, Marco's got a bunch of gunships that might be headed to that same ship that y'all are tracking, so look sharp.
Heavy frigates, destroyers, warships.
Jeez. That would be very scary.
It's like a whole Martian fleet.
Yeah.
How the hell could he pull off something
From a
like
distance is the best place to watch this all go down.
this? Holden, I know that you want to help Naomi, but getting back the protomolecule is more important. It has to be.
She's got ulterior motives for sure. I said it last episode. Massive liability. She's a liar.
Marco kidnapped Naomi. The Jetsumoka is her ship, and it's with the rest of his fleet. I need you to keep eyes on them. I know it's dangerous and a lot to ask, but if we lose track of them now, we may never find Naomi.
Okay, so it's all one ship cluster. Like these guys, the ships that these guys are tracking is the Free Navy that Marco is in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We won't lose her, Jim.
Or at least they think so. They're
I
like,
mean,
pretty sure. Yeah.
Holden having the reading on Naomi's ship there means that like that group of ships that they sent him the
that makes
coordinates
sense,
has Naomi at, I think. If I'm getting that right.
If you need any help,
Do I need to go get my helmet?
I'm sorry for letting you.
Been hit harder before. You almost got space for it.
Decked with a wrench, dude. It's pretty hardcore.
You remember the last time we spoke on Palace before you left? I couldn't shake the look on your face. So I went to find you, and I saw you walk into an airlock.
Wow.
About that. I was upset.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I didn't think there was anything that could break you.
Seems like a
But then you walk
huge coincidence that he's talking about this right after she said it to Philip. Was he listening or something?
If I didn't know it would have come to that, I would have helped you.
you did everything you could.
I knew where he was all along.
Oh, okay, well, that's quite a confession.
You never found Philip was because I helped Marco hide him from you.
And you helped with this meteor attack,
Yeah.
so fuck you all the way, man.
Son,
I'm so sorry.
I'm not understanding how any of these people have
For all of us.
capacity for remorse.
Family. I thought I was doing
Yeah, after they're
Like,
willing to murder millions of people like that.
Marco.
Entire gunships. Those don't just disappear. That would require months of planning, logistics, high-level military access.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no way for it to be unnoticed, too.
Yeah.
Inaros couldn't possibly have the type of money it requires to buy one of those ships. Which means the Martians who provided them either have the same political goals or he's offering something else as payment.
Like the proto-molecule.
Yeah. I think that's one part of it, and I think the other is Cortazar. He's useless without a sample, and it can't be coincidence that they were both just taken.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
My crew and I did have a sample.
So what'd you do with it?
We were going to destroy it.
But you didn't?
Shoulda.
The Inners would never have recognized the OPA without it.
But Fred didn't destroy it after the armistice.
He said the OPA needed it until they could build a navy to defend themselves.
Yeah, well, now Inaros is the one with the navy and
Yeah.
the protocol.
Yeah, now
That's
what?
the problem with these doomsday weapons.
Yep.
Is they change hands.
It's them, and they're burning like hell.
We got him. Intercept course.
Everyone suit up and get ready for a high G burn.
I'm sure this will go fine.
Yep. Not a hitch.
All right, here comes the juice.
Gravity drugs!
I wonder what that feels like.
We wouldn't be in this situation if you and Philip hadn't been compromised by Naomi.
Spacing her wouldn't have changed anything.
No, but it would have shown Philip the price of failure.
Jeez, man.
She's not going to try anything again.
That's right, because she knows if she does, she's not going to be shown mercy again.
Why do you keep trying to hurt her?
He's acting so differently in front of everyone else than he did privately with her. You know?
Yeah.
Naomi is not going to leave again. If that troubles you, then you are free to go.
Huh.
Okay.
See, by keeping Naomi, though, like, again, a mentality like his demands no outside influence in order to keep people in line about it, because you just argue with it for a second and it falls apart. And Naomi keeps doing that. Just let her go.
Beginning evasive maneuvers. I'm putting us into a spin.
Doing this mission without Alex here to fly doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, this is all very dumb, I think. They should never have engaged in this situation. At least call somebody to help.
Zamia, this is Rocinante. Shut down your reactor immediately and prepare to be boarded.
It's not going to be that simple.
No,
Something is going to happen.
Still online. Zamia, power down your reactor immediately. This is your last chance or we will fire.
Self-destruct.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I want to do more for the cause.
You can only do more. Be specific.
I want command of one of our ships.
Okay,
15 years old?
Yeah, right.
So what prompted this?
I want to show you all I can do. And I want our people to know who I am.
It's the right thing to say.
Right.
Like all teenagers, he thinks he should start at the top.
Right, exactly.
Your weakness nearly undid everything we fought for. That's who you are.
Well, that's not going to get a good response.
Yeah.
Belters everywhere are chanting my name. Not yours. You are nothing without me.
You're just not making any friends here, man. You need all these people to be loyal. Why are you being an asshole?
Why is he doing this to his son?
Because his son's lying to him. He wants a ship to try and get his mom away, I think. But
You are my heir. And one day you will lead the belt. After I'm gone.
yeah.
Philip.
Yeah, he's not. It's putting shivers down my spine a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to get into the head of a 15-year-old, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I don't think Philip is... I think he's already compromised. I think Marco can see it.
So you're worried that he's going to double-cross his own son?
Or something.
We've decided to grant your request. To leave.
I'm free to leave. On the Chatsamoka?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
From blowing up the Rocinante while it was on Tycho, we've decided to use your ship to lure the Rocinante and destroy it.
Jesus.
After that, after you've watched your family.
See, I told you he was going to use it to try to hurt her somehow.
Philip inspired it. He wants the belt to know that he was the one who destroyed the Rocinante.
God.
Please. Listen to me. This isn't you. You're not like him.
You don't know him.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit!
I have no idea who I am, but I know who you are now. A pathetic, utter-loving walla. You tried to make me weak. Tried to poison me against my real family. You are everything I am not.
Okay.
I mean,
Well.
this is potentially the play, though.
You think he might still be on her side?
Smack was a wink and a nod, possibly.
That was pretty hardcore.
Yeah, it was.
You are nothing. And that is all you are going to be left with.
Nope. All bad.
Yeah. I mean, she did know that destroying the Rocinante was part of their plan.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have expected them to just be like, well, we got thwarted.
Yep. Guess we lost that one, guys.
Loki, Naomi, Nagata.
Oh, what's this guy gonna do now? Going to the airlock again, huh?
Don't do this. Naomi. Please. I can fix this with Marco.
No, you can't.
You don't have to.
Shouldn't have followed them.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Yeah.
want help from you, man. What is that? What is that? Wait,
No way.
should we go into the other ship?
Oh,
We
he's
try
dead.
to survive it.
No way. There's no way.
You can survive a vacuum for a little bit.
This would be so unpleasantly torturous. To be Look at how far she has to go.
It's true.
She didn't even, like,
but
push off hard.
She took a drug. That was the syringe, right? What if you miss too?
I
How would
know.
you you would miss, right? Oh yeah, there's that. I don't know all the exact
Yeah,
processes,
I
but it
mean,
seems bad, and it
It's
seems
bad.
like
This is not good for
Oh.
a human being to.
okay. Well,
How
she flew
should we
across
be able to
open
move?
space.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that is quite the daring escape. Oh, all right. Ooh.
Okay. People in the comments, how realistic is it that she would, like, survive that relatively unscathed? Okay, I'm willing to believe that she could probably have survived that. But with no other, like, immediate medical attention. Like, the pressure builds up between... They did the pressure in the eyes thing. Would
Yeah.
she still be able to see? Would she, like, what sort of
I'm trying to remember what the commenters have explained to us before the exact progression of what the problems you get when you're in vacuum are. Like, the freezing doesn't happen the way it instinctually would feel to us like you should freeze, because there's no medium for the heat to pass into, you know? So, like, you can't give off the heat into nothing. It has to go into air and stuff like that, so you don't actually lose heat very fast in a vacuum. So freezing's not a problem, and yeah, it's more... I mean, it's the oxygen deprivation, obviously, the pressure, like you said, I think is an issue, but the surviving the vacuum thing, I guess I'm willing to accept that our intuitions on that are faulty and that it's actually easier to do than it feels like it would be. Making the shot is what I'm more
it's crazy
thrown by in that sequence, is that she could hit where she was aiming for by just jumping, you know, without any thrusters like on her suit or anything to control where she would be going, to correct course and stuff like that. The idea that she could just point at it, it's like throwing a dart, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that seems crazy.
And also just to be willing to, I understand she's badass and hardcore, sure, but like to be willing to put yourself through that, like you just have to be very brave and know for sure, because I mean,
I think she was willing to die, you know. I think she was willing to, if this doesn't work, death is an acceptable outcome as well.
Actually, kind of, I could see that mentality, because if she's dead, then there's nothing to lure. I mean, I guess they wouldn't know that she's dead. On the Rosie, they wouldn't know that she's dead, but it just seems, like a lot of things had to be perfectly lined up in order for that to work.
Yeah.
It's quite a risk and would be very unpleasant.
And this is the second episode in a row now that's had somebody like flying through open space at the ship, and it's just a crazy.
Yeah,
it's is that like thalassophobia? That's what they call like fear of big open ocean, right? Yep. So like there's got to be a word like that, but for like outer space, of just being like suspended in infinite void is a very scary notion, I feel like.
And just with no way to just that's. Until you're dead, that's what's
just
up now.
Just moving in whatever direction you're moving. Nothing you can change about that. So we've got that. We've got Monica is trying to get the protomolecule or something.
She's very focused on that piece of it. I would be like, Monica, why are you talking about the protomolecule like so much though?
Also, what happened to the Zamea? We kind of went past that. It went all wiggly, explode.
Yeah. I think. Well. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't quite put that all together.
Yeah, they were chasing them and then it blew up and also, so I'm confused about the proximity of everybody to each other. Like they were saying Bobby and Alex were really close to the Rocinante because their messages were only taking a second. And then they also, the Rocinante also detected like Naomi's ship with the Free Navy fleet. So I was wondering if those were those same ships too, but then it seems like everybody's too close together and I don't know. Confused about this.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a confusing episode. I feel like just figuring out all the logistics of everything was kind of tricky. I'm more confused about the dynamic on Marcus's ship between all of the people there.
Marco.
Yes, Marco.
Yes.
Marco-Inaros.
Yes. Can it's a portmanteau into Marcus.
Yes. He's it feels like all of okay, so to go through the whole plan that they did to like kill all those what do they say, millions of people? It seems more like it should be like more than that, but whatever.
I mean, it's gonna affect how many people can live in the future. You know? Right. They killed the unborn and stuff like that by doing that. So, and they tried to throw 4 times as many rocks or whatever as they actually hit too. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were trying to kill everybody, pretty much seemingly. And it's just like, it seems like everyone's like belief is very fragile. Like they've been living in complete isolation from any other influence this whole time in order for him to convince all of these people to do this. It seems like they buckle pretty quickly.
Well, you mean specifically Philip and then the other guy, like the friend. It's the only characters we're getting a ton of time with, really, you know, so. The rest of them could all be total true believers.
Right.
It's just these ones that were close to Naomi, but they seem high ranking, so.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It seems so easy to sort of shake their disposition about what they've done or like their choices in the past. It's like, it takes a lot, dude, to be willing to hide a baby from your friend, who is its mother, you know, and then just to be like, it was a mistake, but then not.
Yeah, he just volunteered that. Like, he didn't get anything in return, and he didn't.
It was his guilt.
There was like, he wasn't about to be found out or anything.
Right.
Yeah, so it's.
We're led to believe that in somewhere within this person exists a sense of remorse and guilt for the bad things that they've done, while skipping completely over the fact that millions of innocent people were just killed because of your actions.
Yeah, he just did something orders of magnitude more horrible than
Yeah.
hiding your friend's child from her, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very interesting. And also, Marco just seems like the fucking asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like really
well,
hard.
he's a very emotional man.
Yeah.
Not much seems clear. I think he makes decisions with his emotions.
It's like, but it's like also but he's also calculated about the things that he chooses to. He could have said, you know, I'm proud of you, son. And then that would have changed the entire dynamic going on here. Just to be like, you know, I want you to be proud of me. And
Sure,
it's like,
sure.
Dude, you're manipulative to no end. Like, even Naomi was talking about, like, he basically turned my life into his life and all of my goals became his goals and I was obsessed with him kind of thing, which seems to be sort of the effect that he has on people, but doesn't even have the wherewithal to be like, we did it together, son, I'm proud of you.
That's maybe part of the psychological techniques he uses that are effective, is that he doesn't give people the gratification they're seeking, so they continue to seek it from him, you know?
Yes, yeah.
It might not even be a conscious thing he's doing, it's just the way he knows to operate that keeps people in the dynamic that he's comfortable with, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously a narcissist.
Right.
So, like...
But so many narcissists and, you know, bad people, I feel like, can end up that way, not because necessarily they're sitting down thinking, I'm going to make these calculated decisions that give me the upper hand over people in these ways. I think they just sort of come into a way the world works, and a way that their interpersonal dynamics get them, you know, get their needs met and their goals met and stuff. And it's just how, I don't know. I'm not trying to absolve bad behavior, but you see what I'm saying? That, like, it can just kind of be how things are to bad people, and they don't really realize that it's their own agency that's playing such a big role in that. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
I mean, I kind of thinking that it's not, maybe I'm giving him too much credit for his manipulation skills, you know, like, if he doesn't even have the wherewithal to, like, separate, even if he's not really proud of his son, like, if he was truly, like, a mastermind of, like, tricking people into believing what he believes and following him, it seems like an easy lie to tell, you know. I'm going to tell this
now is the time
kid
to reward him, give him the thing that he's seeking, but he can't, because for his own emotional reasons, Marco needs to withhold that from him. I think.
Yes, exactly. So that's just really interesting. I was looking at this character differently, but this episode kind of shed some light a little bit on, like, you can't stop being a dickhead. You can't stop it. You know, like, you don't even know how to be manipulatively, like, lying to people in order to get them on your side.
And he's just achieved this huge victory for his cause and still seems to feel totally unsatisfied and totally like he doesn't have, you know, like he has been made a fool of rather than like he's done anything, you know. Naomi's presence here has soiled all of this for him. And just because what he really wants is for her to be on his side again, and he still can't win her back, and that's, you know.
He can't even figure out how to be nice for, like, a little bit. Like, he went into her room and he kind of, or her cell, I guess.
Her cell.
The brig, and you kind of got the impression, like, I thought he was going to go in there and try to, like, remind her of the love that they had for each other a little bit, or, like, pull on her heartstrings, but he just couldn't even squeeze it out.
He had that idea that was what he was going to do as well, but that's not how it manifests. You know, it's not how he interacts with other people, I don't think.
Very interesting.
Interesting character stuff for him, and just for this whole section, this episode. Yeah.
It's just hard for me to believe. I guess the isolation of being in outer space on a ship helps with the being able to convince people that you're the shit, when you're obviously just a jerk, you know?
Yeah, it's true. The psychology of isolation on a spaceship is something that I think it's hard for us to fully comprehend. You know, we can intellectually understand it, but I think that the genuine isolation that would come from that would have real psychological effects on you.
Well, cult leaders like to, like, it's like a common thing to try and isolate your cult members, and some of them physically do it, where they move them they say we're all going to fucking the middle of the jungle.
Sure, yeah.
Somewhere.
Junktown being the big example,
Yep,
and
exactly.
imagine that effect where you literally cannot go outside. You know?
You couldn't leave if you wanted to.
There is nowhere else.
Right, yeah. So that I can kind of, I can buy how that would be an effective tactic, how he could get away with being how he is and still have people be like, well, you know, I don't really know anything else anymore. It's been so long since I even saw another person, really.
Yeah.
Or, like, interacted in any sort of friendly way with anything. But it seems like it would be foreseeable that Naomi's presence would shake that up. Or, like, maybe he had too much faith in his ability to, like, keep people in line, or like keep, like, that he thought the loyalty to him was so pure that she wouldn't be able to shake any of it.
Well, particularly from Philip, you know,
right.
You know, she's the one person who could draw him away too, and that's so yeah.
She insisted on keeping it, or he insisted on keeping her around. You know, it's very, very weird. But it also actually, now that we've discussed it, kind of tracks with, like, he would believe that he's just so smart and has everyone around his finger wound so tight that she couldn't possibly, like, shake their loyalty.
Right. Well, and he said that he kept Philip in order to try and get her to come back, you know? So I think part of him has always wanted her to return, and now that she's here, he's trying to, like, he's living out all the things he's always imagined getting to show her why she should be with him, or tell her off for leaving, or all this other, you know, every version of it he's run through over the years.
Yeah. It's an interesting character.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if he is doomed by the end of this season, or if he's going to come all the way to the end of the series with us, you know, because we only have 7 more episodes left.
I think...
Or more than that. Sorry, 9 more episodes, I think. But yeah.
Shall we quick predict for fun?
Yes.
I see him getting away. I think he lives on.
He escapes, and we just, by the end of the series, we're like, Nagata-Inaros is out there somewhere. Who knows what else he might do in the future?
By the end of the season, I think.
End of the season. Okay,
by the end of the series, I think he comes to justice in some capacity. But I do think he's now, like, the big baddie. Like, nothing else that's happened in the show has been quite to the level that he just did.
Yeah, there needs to be a confrontation between Holden and Nagata-Inaros at some point. The good guy and the bad guy. Yeah, I guess that's my prediction, is that the two of them will definitely come head to head at some point.
Yeah, totally. So, it's gonna come to fisticuffs. They're gonna hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that prediction. All right, well, I'm tired. Is that about it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, thanks for watching with us, everybody. A little bit of a technical difficulty in the middle of that. Sorry about that one, but thanks anyway. And until next time, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
This is Ketchup Packets.